Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. This one is going to be a school trip that we took in Pécs. So all of the study abroad students who are at McDaniel in Budapest, the school has a few trips planned for us to take on the weekend as a group. And this is one to Pécs, which is a city in southern Hungary that's about a 3-hour drive. So the school paid for everything on the trip, like our hotel rooms and the bus and some meals for us. So it's really just like be there for the experience. So these clips here are just me on the bus, and you can see it changes from city to country really fast. We did have one rest stop along the way, but the drive wasn't too bad. I did sleep a little bit just because I was bored, but it was a really nice drive. It was a sunny day, and everybody was excited for the trip, I think. This is in the actual city of Pécs, which is similar to Szentendre, where it's like a small town where everything you could walk to. But it had this weird like castle-looking area, which I thought was interesting. But the first thing that we did when we got there actually was visit a TV tower that's like way up on the hill. The whole city is like on a steep hill. So the first thing we did was go up into this TV tower, and we got to see everything. Like from where we just drove up the hill, we could see back down the hill. And then we took the elevator and then 21 steps, and here is the view. A cool part about being up in the TV tower too is that you could actually see Croatia. So the city of Pécs is near the Croatian border. So I think this is the direction where Croatia, like you can see the border of Croatia in the distance. So then after the TV tower, we drove the bus back down to the city center, and we walked to our hotel. Now the hotel we stayed in was like the nicest hotel in the whole city, but it's a very, very small city. But the hotel we stayed in was like 1920s looking, but modernized. And the city was really sweet. And similar to our trip to Szentendre, I got to use a lot of the Hungarian language that I was learning in my class in this town, because not everybody speaks English, whereas in Budapest you kind of assume that younger people will know English, but I got to speak more Hungarian on this trip and when we were in Szentendre, which was really, really cool. So this was like a mosque church type of thing. They didn't really tell us what it was. Like they told us what it was in Hungarian, but no one really understood what they were talking about. But we got to walk downstairs like in the catacombs a little bit. We learned about the history of the building, and something that's very common about like countries in Eastern Europe is that a lot of them have been rebuilt because they were bombed or like overthrown during World War II. So this was one of those buildings, and we got to watch a film about like how the church has looked different. So there's actually two sides to the church. This was like the Turkish, Arabic-ish side. I'm not really sure, but a big thing was like the windows are green, and it kind of reminded me of The Wizard of Oz a little bit, but it was really cool. The archways there were nice too. And then this was the other side of it, which was more like Christian, Catholic friendly, with a choir loft. And we actually got to go up inside the choir loft. And I thought that these windows looked like I was on a boat. You know how the boats have like a circular window? I thought that's what that looked like. But here is like the view over the balcony there. So from the mosque area, we walked even further down the street to this cathedral, and the woman who was guiding us has like done these school trips many, many times before. So I think that she was just like speeding through it when it was our first time. So I didn't catch the name of the cathedral either. But it's really cool. It has these four pillars, and it's another one of those buildings that has
Okay,
changed
you need to just let me.
in structure because of World War II.
This is very movie. Yeah, that looks like very 1920s type movie. See, I was
Going to the chapel and gonna get married. Reagan, you wanna get married here?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I get. That's what you expected.
Is that the Pope? Sorry.
This one was really nice. We got to go inside of this one too, and downstairs into more catacombs. It was really pretty. And this one is Catholic church, so that was very welcoming. When we were in this cathedral, we actually got to go up inside one of the towers. Now, I don't know how many stairs this one was, but it was all wooden and it was steep stairs. So I don't know if you can really tell that well, but the stairs that we climbed to go up to the top were like stairs in a battleship. You know, it was almost like a ladder. So it was pretty tolling to walk up them. Here's a little like better clip of the stairs. So they're pretty vertical, so I'm walking down like a step at a time. Not to mention my shoes didn't fit on the stairs, so I had to like angle my feet as I walked down to avoid falling. After that, we just walked back to the hotel and then met up a little later for dinner. We actually went out that night for drinks and such because my friend Sarah's birthday was happening the day after this, and we had a really nice night. So this is the next day. Beautiful morning, beautiful time. Just a view from my balcony. To start off this day, we went to the Victor Vasarely Optical Illusion Museum, but they didn't really want you to film in there, so I just filmed a bit outside. And this museum was a different art museum, which is called the Very Museum. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it was really cool. Another famous museum in Hungary, in Pécs, which this is just the lobby, but it was so beautiful. And this artist is like known for his big paintings that couldn't fit in like Hungary's museum, but the paintings up close you can really see the brush strokes and everything, and the way that the artist like portrays light in his paintings were really cool too. Next, we went to the Sella Sepultura Visitor Center, which is like preserved underground Roman cemeteries of like early Christian Roman empires, not empires, but like villages that were once in this area, but now it's like a center you can come visit. So these rocks and structures which are left were once houses here. And I think it's very interesting because now it's like an underground thing, whereas at first it was like above ground, so like it was used to be on ground level. So I think it's interesting just how the world has changed a lot. But the whole tour was really cool. It was like a self-guided thing. But we got to go like even deeper underground. We got to stand like on top of a roof at one point, quote unquote. It wasn't really like the roof, but the roof of what was once a house. It's just really cool. You kind of walked through these tunnel areas, which made you feel like you were really, underground, which was really nice and fun.
He's probably Chad.
Say he's a Chad.
Good looking guy. Yeah.
What makes you think it was a guy?
Let's go phone to bone structure. You an expert on
I am. I took a forensic science class.
so you could tell if it was a guy or
Yeah.
girl? What was it?
Oh, I didn't look that closely.
I mean, like, I was just looking at the waist.
Kooky and spooky.
Was that a woman's skeleton? Because
A lot of the times, there are really low ceilings in these tunnel areas, which made it hard for the taller people in our group to walk underneath. And this was the roof portion I was talking about earlier, how like we're standing on top of somebody's roof and this was like looking into their house. But I thought that was really awesome.
oh, I mean, that's perfect. What are you gonna do? Hi, Laura.
Hi,
Yeah, I guess.
your legs are broken.
They are. I'm waddling around. I ran a half marathon. Hi, YouTube. Oh, innocent plug.
After the museums this day, we just walked and got lunch in smaller groups. So my friends Wesley, Emily, and DJ and Reagan were all there. We had a lot of fun. We eventually got burgers to eat, and it was very anticlimactic for a burger. But we got to walk around the town more before we had to leave, including we got to see this trolley, which was really cool. It wasn't running, but it's similar to some of the trolleys that they have here in Budapest. After we had lunch, we just walked around and then walked back to the bus. And then we came home, and I would say definitely would like to go here again. All the locals in the area were really happy that we chose to visit their city, and we definitely couldn't see it in like the 2 days that we were there. With that though, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.